everybody, welcome back to Astroneer, where today, off camera, I did a little bit of research, and turns out the reason we don't have Unearthed is because we actually need another quest done first. And that quest is, I think it was Stuffed Storage. Nope, not what I meant to do. I think it was Stuffed Storage. Yeah. And this one, yeah, fill a medium resource canister. So I'm going to try to fill up the compound one by just getting a crap load of dirt and just making a load of compound. So once we do that, we should have unlocked the quest for the whatchamacallit, for Unearthed, which means that I need to use the extractor then, which I'll probably use on resin since we've already got crap loads of compound at that point. But I'm thinking that with that, we unlock the Megatech stuff. I think. At least according to both the quest log and the little wiki thing that I saw for how to start up Megatech. Alright, that's all of that done. I'm really glad that the compound is so cheap with this. I mean, yeah, it's everywhere. I probably could just go and dig up more of it without using base power, but you know what? This is easier. This is easier and it works fine. Alright. So, we're going ahead and pick up all these real quick. All that I can. Pop the soil canisters in. And then I go and drop off all my compound here. So I need to get 32 nuggets of compound. Not a bad ask, honestly. Let's go ahead and start up another load of 8. And I think that's all of it that I've got from that one. So we're already a good chunk of the way there. So let's go and pick up some more dirt, so that way I can make the next batch. Plus, this also kind of helps, because then I can be absolutely sure that next time I head out, I am going to be prepared with tethers. Because there's no way I'm going to be running out of compound anytime soon now. Alright, so let's dig up a little bit of this wall, maybe. Maybe I can expand our pathway through here just a bit. There's some organic there, that's fine, it can stay there. I'm just here for the dirt this time. Nice carving up this wall here. Alright. Should be full up on dirt here shortly. And there we go. I found out that that little, thing you hear sometimes is just the dirt canisters filling up, which is a very handy little notifier, so I know when I can just go and dump all of this into the soil centrifuge. But I think once we get everything set up for the cars, everything's going to be working real nice with all this. So let's grab up all this that we can, and then drop it all off in there. Alright. How much do we got in there? We've got 18. Probably 19, 20. Okay, so we've got 20 in there. Things are going to be hitting about 28 with this. And 28 there. So that means that we need another 4. So 1 canister of dirt left, which is really nice. Alright, so let's head on over here, pick up some of this. So I need just 1 canister now. I think there's another power needed one over there of the little exo resource bits. I don't know what they're actually called. I think they're like exo research canisters. But whatever the heck they are, I don't have enough tethers to go all the way over there right now. At least not on me. So let's keep filling up all this. Just so I can have enough in my canisters for later. There we go. But I do believe that is power. I don't know. I can't tell from here whether or not it's one of the power per second or just power. So we'll head up and deposit 1 canister of dirt for compound. And then that should finish off that quest. Which in theory will unlock the one for extracting a nugget of stuff with the extractor. Alright, make that 4 compound, and then we're golden. Alright. Yeah, there's still some in my bag. Alright. There we go. And pick up these 2. And then we are good on that. And so now we need to worry about getting our stuff together over there. Which reminds me, I need to take a trip out to Novus pretty soon. So I can upgrade, or get some more lithium. Alright. Or I could always trade in scrap. Now that I have the iron, I can make a shredder and just shred the debris. We've already got a shredder. Alright. There we go. Stuff storage completed. New mission unearthed. Which I do believe is exactly the one we're missing. There you go. Print an extractor. We've already got an extractor. And extract a resource nugget. So we've already got the extractor printed over here. Hopefully I don't need to print another extractor. That would suck. Absolutely. But either way, let us get over here real quick. And so our cars are charged. I could always load the battery up on the back. That'd be kind of interesting. But I need a rover seat because I don't think I can yoink the one off my buggy. And I'm gonna need another battery. Which means I need to still take that trip out to Novus. Can I grab the rover seat from you? I can, actually. Huh. I didn't think I could. Well, anyways. That's one problem solved. So this in the front with a little side saddle seat where I can put Usagi and Silva. Or Sylvis. No. Sylvie. That was their name. Alright. So we'll put this right there. Why? Let's see, why the heck is it going sideways? There we go. So now I can drive this one, which is good. And then I'm going to put a little side saddle. Why is it like this? What the hell? Okay, but this extractor can be sitting there, and then I'll put a... Can I move this battery onto the back there? For now, at least. For now I can. Alright. And I guess I'll let that charge. Because I am going to want another big battery for here. But having that there at least means that is going to generate some power. And then getting a large solar panel. Well, I could probably power it with some QTRTGs to have the passive power gen going. And then I just need to hook it up to the truck there. So where is... I know I had another QTRTG ready. There you go. Snowpiercer and the Shred Scrap Trade both give the QTRTGs. As well as I think Astroneer gives the QTRTGs, right? No. But we do get packagers for Astroneer, which is kind of nice. and dynamite. At least until we get actual sources of dynamite, that might be our best shot to get some dynamite. But I'm going to shove these onto the back, so that way we can get some charge going for that, whatchamacallit, for the battery. And actually, maybe putting a storage here on the side would be a better option. Right now I'm going to set these down here, and then I'll get a storage here so I can put the, whatchamacallits, the slugs and the QTRTGs on them. I need a solar panel. Or actually, no, I don't need a solar panel, because the QTRTGs are taking care of the power generation. So I could probably just put whatever the heck I want back there, in all honesty. But I need a medium storage. Did I pack one up? I don't think I did. So I could just use some of the resin. Getting my materials mixed up again. Alright, resin to make some of that. It was a medium printer that I need. Or a small printer. We'll make this, stick it to the side, then I can bring Usagi along. And we can go... Actually, I could probably also bring the shredder along, too. That does not sound like a bad plan. Let's pick this up. Take it with. Alright. So this shall be our new way to traverse the planet. And we could probably try to find a good spot to put down the extractor. Maybe bring along a canister. Well, one of the storage canisters would also be good. But let's set this down on the back. Set this down here. I forgot to grab Usagi. But we'll put the QTRTGs on here instead. And maybe set up a canister back there. Although, maybe not. Maybe I should just put another small storage back there. So if I can get another small storage, that might be decent. Though I could always put a large storage back there and turn that into 4 medium slots. But, what else was I... Ah, yes. I remember now. Usagi, you're coming with me. And I'm also going to need some Hispane seeds for you. Alright. So they don't automatically eat from the inventory. That's good. Alright, so just having all of this should mean that I get to use the extractor. I know the extractor takes more than what the QTRTGs can make, but for just moving around, the QTRTGs produce enough power. So, maybe we can go about just leaving this with it. So it can produce 25 units per second. It stores 8,000. How much... How long does an extractor take to get everything? That part I don't know. But this is supposed to be kind of like a detachable part that I can leave with the extractor. So, I guess let's hop in. Alright. So, we'll hook these together and find a good spot to place down the extractor. So that is all charged up. Well, not all charged up, but it's decently charged. So let's find a good spot to dig. Looking for maybe some resin or some clay. And there's a resin clumpage there. Not too far from the base, so we can see if this method even works at all. Yeah, this works. Alright. Let's set ourselves down and let's see how this works. Alright. Pit stop real quick. We extract this. I am going to need a... whatchamacallit? You are extracting this, right? This is... oh. This is how close you need to be. Let's say that I'm currently extracting anything. Alright. Let's swing this thing around so that way the tail end of the previous cart is about hitch level for this thing. So we'll go ahead, scooch forward. I think that's good. So now to see if this can hook to here. Nope. Okay. Might be a little bit harder to connect than I thought. So let's try to get a little closer this time. Like rub bumpers with it here. And then stop. That should be good. And now this to there, which means that is getting powered by that. Unplug that from there. So now you can go. And that should draw from that battery power. Looks like it's going. And then I can leave that behind while I go with Usagi to look for some of the treasures. Let me... Usagi, eat that. Enjoy. Now let's see what you found. There's something down there. I don't know, but this should be giving me enough power to drive infinitely without worry. So let's see if there's anything for me to shred out here. Oh. Alright, so we've got Unearth completed. And now we've got large-scale learning. Alright. So there's... ooh, no. Alright, there's something over here for this. What are you saying is over here? I mean, yeah, there's where I've been building. I guess that just shows that, huh? Alright. And so now it's got one nugget of resin done. Ah, there we go. We've got some treasure here. Let's pull on up. Okay, it's got some of those over there. I don't think it shows these, huh? The abandoned backpack. Come on. Dig up the debris. Alright. So that is a medium debris. These ones are all small debris. So I'll package those up. And you... so why can't I could probably toss you into here, right? No? Why the... huh? Let's... can I not put this into there? Hello? Do I need a larger shredder? Is this only able to take these debris bundles? Fine. I guess I'll keep moving and looking for another debris bundle then. Because I may need to come back here with one of those extra large shredders to destroy the rest of that. There's another one of those. What the hell are these? Weren't these part of like the Exo Farm whatever event that is long gone by now? Maybe once you make a world with it there, it kind of stays. Oh, there's a clump of clay out here. That's something to look out for. Ooh, well, don't mind if I do. That is something I will definitely take back home with me. Let's dig this up and see how much of this wants to come with. Alright. Got one bundle done. Let me toss that into the shredder. Oh wow, that does eat up power pretty quickly, huh? Okay, I guess we'll let that do its thing. Actually, I'll shove that onto there too. Alright, maybe this part wasn't the best plan. Okay. Yeah, maybe it wasn't. But let's snag this. This is also debris. 2 more debris bundle bits. I guess let's head back home with this, at least. Where's home? Home is this way. Alright. I do love the compass. It makes navigating a lot easier. Alright. What are you pinging? Alright, let's see. How's this looking? Got a little bit of resin here, that's good. So, snag these. Oh, jeez. I wanted to grab these on top. Alright, fine. Let me set you back down here. Plug you back in. And let you get back to work. Any other things you want to give to me, game? Actually, this might be a good power source to leave behind here. It's not going to generate a whole lot, but at least it'll generate a bit while this is idle. Because I don't have anything to automate that right now. But now that we have that quest done, let's actually go back home and see what our next step for Megatech is. Let's park this guy up, and I'll probably bring the shredder back home with me, honestly. Alright. Right here into the parking zone. Alright, fine. A little further into the parking zone. There. Come on. Usagi, you're coming with me. So's the resin bits. Most of the resin bits. Alright. And shredder. Because the shredder is going to be kind of annoying to have with us out there. So maybe I should put something that lets me bring the stuff back here easier. I think the, what was it, winch does that? I don't know. Maybe I should make a larger shredder as well. That was kind of pathetic that it wasn't able to shred even the door. Alright. But where was... Oh, I left the scrap behind. Let me do that. That's all that done. Set down the bundle. And let's see what we've got for the mission log. So we've got unearthed. That unlocks a large resource canister. That's going to be real nice. But first, I'm going to see... What is this? Claim a distribution launcher system anchor. Okay. And deploy a mega printer platform. Okay. Oh, Beepy! My exo training assistant. Interplanetary megastructure initiative. Okay. Please deploy your distribution launcher system a safe distance away from your launch pad to begin this module. Okay then. Whoa. Damn, that thing's huge. No, 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 no. Not what I... What? Okay, you want it to be further away from the launch pad, huh? I could bring my truck over here and try to drive it away somewhere? I don't know. Usagi, thank you for the help. I'm just gonna feed Sylvie as well. Don't want them to starve. I don't know if that's a mechanic, but rather safe than sorry. Alright. Garbage bundle. I guess power source there. Plug that in. Alright. I guess... Yeah, I can't lift this. So let's, I guess just bring it with me here, huh? I don't know how far it wants me to be from the launch pad. So let's go over here then. If push comes to it, I could always drive my large rover over here and drive it away with it. Alright. So, putting you out there is still too close, isn't it? Oh. Safety is on. Press and hold to deploy construction anchor. I don't know if that... because it said it wanted it to be a ways away from the launch pad. I'm assuming it's because this acts as its own landing spot and thusly will override the other one. So I'm going to set it over here near the garage. Well, should it be near the garage? I don't know. I'm going to tether out here to it just to make sure. Well, crap. Now, no, I'm going to go the other side because I don't want this to block any of my vehicles from going in or out. I have no clue what this thing does. I tried my damnedest not to look into any of this. So we're going to head this way. It shouldn't interfere with all that, because there's not much I do over there. So, let's pick this guy up again. Because it wants me to do... Mega Construction Anchor this is, right? Let's rotate you over there. So this... press and hold to deploy construction anchor, yeah? Is it this? Oh. Alright. Let's hope this doesn't destroy my base. Whoa. Mega printer platform. Alright. Mega Constructions draws 25 power while activated? Holy crapazoid, Batman. That is a big, really big tablet as well. You need zinc, copper, steel, and compound. Is that... okay. Zinc, copper, steel, and compound. That is a lot of stuff we're going to need. Luckily, I've got nearly, what was it, 32 compound at the ready. I kind of want to move the extraction system to Glacio to try to get more of the hematite for steel. But I need to recall. Does it show here what stuff we've got? I'm assuming not. So, will it take storage units full? If not, I am going to be very sad. So, steel. We need like 7 steel. So we need 7 iron. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we have one more somewhere? Oh, I have exactly 6. Okay, 7. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Alright, we're good. Let's start these smelting up. Oh, crap. So then take the ones that are ready and put them over here for turning into steel. Awesome. Thank you for that one. Wow, Sylvia's bright. Thought it was daybreak. That schmovin'. This is going to take a lot of stuff. Oh wait, we did have another iron there. I had nothing to worry about. I may need to make another storage for there. Let's grab some resin real quick. Alright. Thank you for that. Alright. So we're also going to need an absolute crap load of carbon. That's right, I need to find where I put the small printer. There we go. Alright. What else is up next? Wow, that is visible from all the way over here. Holy crap. I'm going to see if I can unload all of this into there. Because I don't think it expects me to have everything in my inventory for all this, right? I freaking hope not. But you know what I can do, actually? I just realized. I can use the same battery system that I've been working on to power this thing. That has to be the case, right? Because it's got these plugs here. And it uses 25 power a second, which is exactly as much as... Ah, okay, so it does do that. But that is exactly enough to power this. I need 29 zinc and 23 copper. Holy crap, that's a lot. Zinc... Maybe I can find a good sapphirite spot to park the truck at? But wait, sapphirite isn't on the surface in this area. I could move the whole setup to Decilo for all that zinc. I don't know, that's gonna take a lot of stuff. And a lot of the, whatchamacallit, the canisters too. Holy, this is gonna be a massive project. Alright. But let's set the resin down, the scrap down. Can I get sapphirite from that? How much for sapphirite? Sapphirite is 1 to 2. So that's... I need, what, 20 something? That means I'm gonna need 10 scrap for this. Holy biscuits, that's a lot. Alright. Wow, I didn't expect this to be such a massive undertaking. But I probably should have, considering it's called Megatech. It's gonna be mega in some way. In this way, it is, mega expensive. Alright, let's start on our carbon production here. And then I'm probably going to end off this episode for now. Because I may need to move that whole structure that I built over to Decilo. Maybe? I really want that large shuttle before we do any of that. But the large shuttle needs what? It needs a titanium alloy, which means I need hydrogen, which means I need to make another atmospheric condenser here. Can I make that here? Atmospheric condenser, plastic, glass, iron. Got an iron here, plastic and glass. I do believe I can make all of that actually. Let's... Plastic is carbon compound. We've got all of our compound elsewhere. Damn it. Oh, I can't even drive the buggy. Okay. Let's just walk out there. And that reminds me, I also need to go and check on our little resin pile driver over there. See how that's rocking and rolling. Because it should still be generating. Should. Alright, I'm going to need one of these compounds from you real quick. So I can make a plastic. Actually, I may need more so I can make more of these canisters here. I may need to take this back with me real quick. Thanks for your assistance, game. God, this is... Hopefully this means that I can then have that that big old ring around the planet. Or is that later? I don't know. I've been trying my best to stay unspoiled for all this. So let's set this down and get back to work. So we've got compound, we've got carbon, make a plastic so I can make an atmospheric condenser. And then I can start making some stuff here on this planet. Alright, set that down there, pick up the carbon. Awesome, awesome. We'll set that down somewhere else. You set this down here and expand it to put all that on. Pick up the plastic. So pop that for steel. Alright, so we've got our plastic there. Our carbon for more steel production goes here. But this is going to be one wacky project. It's always visible over the horizon there. Alright, Atmo, condenser. Then I can put that here. And then this can make all of the steel that it can. So we can currently make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where'd the 7th go? Don't tell me that was the 7th and I just totally miscounted everything, right? I need to go back to Novus again. Okay, I may need to go back to Glacio. But this makes 2, 3, 4. Because there's 5, 6. Am I really that big of a dunce that I completely forgot about that? Okay, I guess we need to head back to Novus or Glacio soon. But for now, we need, what was it for hydrazine or titanium alloy? We need nitrogen or titanium alloy, which luckily we have apparently in spades here. Oh. What? Okay. Nitrogen, I'm going to make 1 nugget of it, just so I can make the titanite into a titanium alloy, so I can make the large, whatchamacallit, large shuttle. That's the word. Jeez. My brain was not braining. But either way, this is actually going to be the end of this episode, so I can get to probably Novus and pick up some more materials. So, hope you all have enjoyed, and yeah, hope to see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody!